Ministra or Replacer Queen or Awaken Seoyun? This is something that I get asked a lot. So hopefully by making this video, you guys will get a much more in-depth answer overall regarding Ministra. Now, at the time of me posting this video, Ministra will be coming in approximately October. I think will be somewhere at the near end of October, right? So that's going to be something that you guys have to remind yourself of. Obviously, this is going to be the first debut of her being in global server. Now, just because you miss her for once doesn't mean you're going to miss her forever, alright? Eventually, she's going to have a rerun, so do keep that in mind. However, in this video, we're going to be talking about her kits, explaining to you guys why I think she's strong, and clear up some misconceptions that maybe some of you guys in global might have, alright, especially regarding the game overall. Now let's talk a little bit about a general team building guide. So if you are building a team, right, who is the most important of all? So for example, in this raid team that I'm running right here, Awaken Jake is the one that's in front doing the tank. Alright, he is like the one taking the damage, he's the one helping the team sustain the team. Hopefully nobody dies behind him. And then we have Lin Xian, which gives battery, hopefully providing some DP deployment cost along the way to be able to recharge faster and bring out more characters. And then of course there's supporters, Yang Harim, that gives skill haste, alright, and also able to heal some of your characters. They have low HP, giving shield, and then you have damage dealers, Kim Sobin, you have Awaken Seoyun, which does damage, etc. Now, who in your opinion is the most important? Would you say that the damage dealer is the most important because they are the one doing the damage? But without the person in front tanking, if let's say the tank dies, your defender dies, the entire formation will just crumble apart. And therefore, it doesn't matter if you have the highest damage Awaken Ranger whatsoever, the team just falls off. So you need everyone in the team collectively. That's how you want to always gauge in terms of building a team. Now, some of us might have seen some videos online in CounterSide regarding 1 versus 1. That can be quite fun to watch for sure. But keep in mind, there was never a situation in PvP or in any PvE stage that you are 1 versus 1ing against someone else. Alright, so it's all about how you build your entire team. Now, where am I going with this, right? When it comes to Ministra, despite her being a ranger, an Awaken Ranger, surprisingly, she does more than you think. She's not really just a damage dealer. Alright, so hopefully in this video I will be able to dissect her kit for you guys and explain to you guys along the way why she's strong. Now I'll try my best to hopefully tackle one point at a time, but I do think that Ministra is the cheat code for a lot of free-to-play players. Now let's talk about it. Ministra is a character that is a 2-in-1 overall. She does way more than almost any other Awaken units in the game right now. So what do I mean by 2-in-1? So when she reaches below 50% of her HP, she actually can jump back and summon a Spyra to tank for her. Now this is something that's really invaluable and is unique on her own. Like no other characters have this ability. So if you in any other way, capacity, shape or form, use any other rangers in the game, they will not be able to tank because Awaken Seoyun doesn't tank, Awaken Lee Soyeon doesn't tank, Replacer Queen doesn't tank. But Ministra can somewhat tank for you because of this. Now not only that, she also have the ability to debuff enemies in an area. Now that's really invaluable. If you compare to a lot of other characters out there that has debuffs, some of them might not even work on bosses, some of them can only debuff a single target. But Ministra having an area debuff is really invaluable. Now what's her debuff like? look at this. Alright, she will summon a sword that lasts for 8 seconds. This will decrease 3 things: attack, attack speed, and skill haste by 33%. Now obviously this doesn't stack or else it will be too broken. Now this is insane amount of value. Alright, so you might be thinking, okay, so all she does is she debuffs. Now this is where it's hard for me to explain to you certain things unless you use her on your own and you can sort of feel it in PvE. Now let me give you a scenario. Let's say you are in a stage, a very endgame PvE stage, that your defender constantly dies. So it forces you to use your Awakened Defender, like Awakened Heal Day for example, to tank for you. Because the enemy is killing your regular SSR defender at a very fast pace. Now suddenly, with Ministra, the ability to decrease enemies' attack speed, and skill haste by 33%, now you don't need Awakened Heal Day anymore. Now you can use Liumi because the enemy doesn't do enough damage for them to kill your Liumi fast enough for you to be able to bring out your healers or whatever etc. This indirectly increases your overall team stability. It gives you the flexibility to use your 6-cost Awakened Defender and swap it with a 3-cost Defender, and therefore giving you an extra 3 cost that you can use in that formation for something else, either support or damage etc. Now this is invaluable. Alright, this is something that, you know, when we look at damage overall, we always like to go to the end of a battle and click on battle statistics and have a look at that. And that's how most of us like to gauge our damage. But you cannot gauge how strong a character is or how useful a character is by just looking at the damage, because sometimes they can do things that you won't be able to see at the end of the screen, right? So you gotta keep that in mind. And this is one of the things that Ministra can do. She indirectly boosts your team in a way. I would argue that she gives you damage indirectly by reducing your requirements for putting an Awakened Defender and replacing it with a 3-cost Defender. Now that is something that's invaluable and you won't find that in any other Awakened character. Now one more thing, like I mentioned, this particular skill is extremely useful. The ability to summon Mutated Spira at her original location when her HP drops to below 60%, insane. Now this Mutated Spira is no slouch. This gives you a lot of flexibility that previously you can't do because you don't have Ministra. Now let me give you an example, right? For example, Kim Hana, one of the most commonly used operator. Now her requirements is you need a ranger and you need a supporter afterwards. Now Ministra, very good with her. Alright, one of the best PvE characters to use with Kim Hana, because you can straight up put a ranger first, not worrying that she would die, because when she drops below 60%, she would summon Mutated Spira, and then you can put a supporter afterwards. It just gives you the flexibility. It gives her so much more potential compared to a lot of other Awakened Rangers out there, because if you put them first, they literally die. So you gotta like put a defender first, and then that delays your Kim Hana operator, and in turns, it also delays activating Kim Hana the second time, because especially in raids, you can actually activate Kim Hana twice or even thrice, depending on how you set it up. Now, like I mentioned, Ministra's Swords is an AoE, so this debuff will refresh. It resets every time she casts the special skill or the ultimate skill, as you can see, right? So this is something that's really cool. And also, besides the decreasing nearby enemies' attack speed and skill haste, she also makes the targets lose 100% of incoming healing for 8 seconds. Again, reduce attack speed, reduce skill haste by 33%, and also reduce healing by 100%. Now, name any other character that has this much debuff in the game. Now, if you are free to play, you don't spend any money in this game, Ministra is going to be probably your best character out of every other Awakened that exists in the game. If you struggle in Chloe's credit search, pull for her. She's going to be useful here. If you struggle in Kim Hana's performance evaluation, you can use her right here. You can use her in almost any endgame contents that you need either more firepower or more tankiness so your survivability is improved. Regardless, she's going to help improve your account overall as a free-to-play. Now, it's hard to compare her with Awakened Soyun. Again, like I said, Awakened Soyun does damage, but Ministra doesn't just do damage. She does everything. So in my humble opinion, she's going to be way above Awakened Soyun. Now, this is also a warning to you guys, right? When I first pulled Ministra in my C server account, a lot of this stage I couldn't beat. A lot of the harder, the last stage I couldn't beat in 1 minute 30 seconds. The moment I get her, I easily could beat it like with 10 seconds extra, 20 seconds extra. So take this as sort of a warning as well. She might make your game a little bit too easy. Now, sounds crazy for me to say this, but some of the players out there might like a little bit of challenge. Now, if you are someone that likes a little bit of challenge, maybe don't pull for Ministra. But if you're trying to make your life easier, Ministra, best Awakened character by far. Alright, so bar none, I think she's better than Replacer Queen for a lot of players out there. She's going to be better than Awakened Syrian. She's going to be better than almost any other character that you can think of because of her flexibility, not because of her damage, but because of everything that she has in her kit, which is quite rare. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, let me know if you guys have any questions regarding Ministra in the comment section below. As always, subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.